Okay, so welcome to the third revision video for the immune system. As I mentioned in the other videos, I think the best way to do this is to have a go at the questions, whether you're confident or not, and then start the video again after you've paused and had a go at the questions, and then see if you got the answers right. If you're getting them right and you're confident, then that's great. I think you can move on. Maybe revisit this information in a few weeks, maybe a month's time. If you are not so strong on these, you find you're getting them wrong, you're not so confident, I suggest you revisit this more regularly. So maybe the day after that, really need to be doing this or revisiting this information until you're getting it right consistently. Once you're doing that, it's in your long-term memory, and then you can then move on to leaving this for a longer phase and then revisiting it again just to check that you're not losing it from your memory. But it's really important in those early stages of when you're learning something is to keep revisiting the topic regularly. That's how you're going to get it in your long-term memory. And then once it's strong, you can then not have to visit it so often. And when you do go back to the information, it's going to make remembering it a lot easier. So going through these processes is going to make revision in a year and a half's time, when you face your final exams, a huge amount easier, because the information will have already been put into your long-term memory when you've studied it and you've worked on it. And so remembering it again is going to be so much easier. So let's get on to the non-specific immune system. So if you want to have a go at the questions, pause now. Okay, welcome back. We will now go through these answers. So what is the non-specific immune system? So as the name suggests, this is the part of the immune system that deals with any pathogen. Doesn't matter what type, doesn't matter which sort of virus it is, which sort of bacterium it is, what sort of parasite or anything like that. It will just work to try and destroy that pathogen. So it's a part of the immune system that will attack any pathogen or non-self antigen. And the cell that does that, the cell that you need to know about that does that, is phagocyte, if I can spell it right. Phagocytes. Remember from revision video 1, or you should remember just in general, is that they are a type of white blood cell. And the process they carry out is phagocytosis. That's how they destroy the pathogen. So I wanted you to be able to do this in 4 steps. And there are some key words or descriptions that I want you to cover as part of that. So let's just draw it and go through it, and then I'll type out some key words that I want you to have covered in that. So let's start with step 1, going with purple. Okay, so let's draw a pathogen. So it could be any pathogen, but let's draw a bacterium. What will they have on their surface? They will have some sort of antigen, a non-self antigen, remember. So this will be recognized as not belonging to the body. Most likely a protein, but could also be a glycoprotein or a glycolipid. They may release some chemical. This pathogen may secrete toxins or some chemical. They will also probably cause an inflammatory response in the tissue that they surround. As a consequence of that inflammatory response and also of those chemicals, what are attracted to that site are phagocytes. So there'll be phagocytes in the blood. They're not doing anything. They're just hanging around, maybe in the tissue as well. But if there's an inflammatory signal, or if there's a pathogen in that area, any sort of pathogen, the phagocyte will be attracted. So first step is really phagocytes attracted to pathogen. So first thing you should be writing is that they are attracted to the pathogen. Step 2. What do they do when they reach the pathogen? Well, their cell surface membrane surrounds that pathogen. It's a nucleus again, it's this globular nucleus in phagocytes that you'll notice. No one knows quite why it's that globular shape, but it's quite a clear characteristic of them. Let's add a pathogen. And so what it's doing there, it's engulfing or ingesting the pathogen. And I make a clear point about that, is that you want to be saying ingest or engulf, not eat. You won't get a mark for saying eat. So that step you should be saying engulf or ingest. So here, use that a bit so we've got some space. Step 3. It's not easy to write numbers with that 3-5 pen. It's not easy to do anything with it, but anyway. So that membrane will eventually fuse. It will form something. So whilst to draw this, I want you to think about, is this the same as what you did? What am I drawing? So we'll add some labels actually. So this structure here, I'll label those structures there. That is the phagosome. So when the membrane is fused, it's formed this vesicle specifically called a phagosome that contains the pathogen. And obviously important that we recognise that there are also lysosomes, these important organelles for phagocytosis. So it's not letting me move that. No. One more go. No, it's not liking me. But anyway, they're the phagosomes. So at this stage, you should have that. The phagosome is formed which contains pathogen. So then what will happen is these lysosomes, they then fuse with the phagosome. So finally, step 4. See if we can fit this. So the lysosomes fuse. I'm going to combine this into one step. And then let's have this final step. So what I'm showing there is that the pathogen has been destroyed. So lysosomes fuse with phagosome. Let's say and release lysosomes into phagosome. Got a bit of a spatial here, and then the last thing I just want you should have really added is that pathogen is hydrolyzed or destroyed. Definitely do not say that the pathogen is killed. And that's it. That is how the non-specific immune system works. How phagocytosis, the process of phagocytosis, works, and the steps you need to be aware of. What we'll do then is we'll stop there for the non-specific immune system phagocytosis. Next video will be on the first part of the specific immune system, which will be cellular immunity.